What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a look at a video projector. It is the DBPOWER L21. It is a native 720p with 1080p support projector, 4200 lumens of brightness, and it is capable of 40 inches to 200 inches of diagonal screen size display at 1 to 5 meters away respectively. It is perfect at about 3 to 3.5 meters away for about a 100 to 120 inch display. It's got a 50,000 hour lamp life, and it also has a built-in stereo speaker that are good enough, but external speakers can be hooked up via the headphone jack. Now, the fan noise is there, but it is quiet enough that it is not bothersome at all, and this thing comes in at under $100. So on the top, we have the focus dial and the keystone dial and the control keypads. Now, when it is plugged in, the control keypads will light up in red, and once the power to the projector is turned on, the control keypads will light up in green, and it is highly visible in the dark, so that is really nice. In the rear, we have the VGA connector to connect older type PC and an infrared sensor for the remote control. And in the front, we have the lens and another infrared sensor for the remote. So the remote control will work from the front of the projector as well as from the rear of the projector. On the left, we have the AC power input port and some ventilation cutouts for the fan. And on the right, we have the SD card slot. We have the headphone jack for headphones or adding external speakers. We have the audio video input port. We have two HDMI ports and an USB input port as well, and more ventilation cutouts for the fan. Now, on the bottom, we have a threaded hole for the screw to adjust the height, and we also have a 1/4 inch tripod mount threaded hole to mount a tripod, and we also have some speaker grills. There's a ventilation cover that can be removed on the left side of the projector next to the power input port. In it is a removable foam filter that should be cleaned periodically to keep the projector running cool. So this projector is not very big. It is slightly smaller than my iPad. So the measurements are 6.5 inches in width, 8.5 inches in length, and the height is right about 3.25 inches. So it is highly portable. So this projector is really easy to use, and it is ready to use right out of the box. And I was able to hook up different media input platforms such as the USB thumb drive, an SD card, a DVD player using the provided audio video cable, and my PC using the provided HDMI cable. So here are some hands-on testing of this projector in the garage, because I don't have any wall big enough in the house for this size projection, and I'm just using the plain garage wall without a projector screen. And I'll be using some flight videos to demonstrate the video quality in the dark and with the lights turned on, and also with the garage door open to let in some of the light, and run through some of the features of this projector as well as the sound quality of the built-in stereo speakers. All right, so here we are in the garage checking out a video. This is a downloaded MP4 video from the YouTube video, so it is not the best of quality. Now we're in the garage and the garage door is closed. The garage door opener light is turned on, however, so I can still see everything around the garage. It is bright enough. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the garage door light. All right, the garage door light is now turned off and everything is pretty dark, but I still can see my surroundings due to the brightness of the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the garage door about 1/3 of the way up. Okay, so here it is with the garage door open 1/3 of the way up, and it is a sunny day outside and I can still see the video pretty clearly. It is bright enough. The color is pretty decent still yet. Although it is not the very best quality video, it is still very decent. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the garage door all the way and see what happens. Right, so the garage door is opening up all the way. And there you go, the garage door is open all the way. I can still see the video, which is pretty nice. I'm kind of surprised that I can still see the video somewhat. And I can still see some of the colors. So that's not bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the garage door all the way now. Alright, so we are back with the garage door closed all the way, as well as the garage door light is turned off as well. So this is really nice. It is very bright and everything looks really nice in color and it's very enjoyable in the dark. Okay, so here I have the projector set up inside of the garage, pointing towards the garage door, and that's how big it is when the projector is as far as I can put it in the rear of the garage. And of course the garage door light is still on, so I can show you guys how far the projector is. That's how far the projector is. So we go ahead and turn off the garage door light. If I didn't have anything in the way, that would make a pretty decent size video screen, like you're in a drive-in movie theater. Alright, so now we're looking at a screen size of about 100 inches in diagonal measurement, and I'm about 10 feet away from the projected wall screen. Previously on the garage door, the measurement came in at about 200 inches diagonally, and we were about 20 to 21 feet away. And this distance here at about 10 feet away, or 3 to 3.5 meters away from the wall, will give you about a 100 to 120 inch screen, which is just about the perfect viewing size for this projector. Alright, so now we're going to check out the volume setting. Right now the volume is set to 39. And this is a pretty decent loudness even inside of the garage. And I'm perfectly happy with the built-in stereo speakers. We can decrease the volume down to 10 here. I can go all the way down to 0. Let's go ahead and increase the volume. If you were to be watching a movie or something like that, if you set it to about 50, even in this garage, this is really doable. You don't need to add any external stereo speakers. I'm going to increase it all the way up and see if there's any distortion. Okay, the volume is all the way up to 100. There's a tiny bit of distortion, but it's still doable. It is not terrible. So I'm going to bring it back down to I'm going to bring it back down to 40, and I'm going to bring up the settings in which I can scroll over to sound. Here you can change the balance. You can go down to change volume here as well. Now, right now the surround sound is turned off, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. I can hear a little bit of distortion in the bass, but the sound has become a little bit more wider, like a surround sound. So that was at 40. So if I increase it to about 50, I can hear the distortion going on. So with the surround sound turned on, you can't really increase the volume. So I'll just increase it just to see how it sounds like. At this level, it is a little bit too loud, and it is distorted, and it is not that enjoyable. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back down. And turn off the surround sound. Alright, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook up my external speakers, the jam box, and turn it on. Okay, that's with the external Bluetooth jam box speaker, and we are at 40. So increase it all the way to 100. Yeah, I can tell already it's a lot better than the built-in stereo speakers. And I don't hear any distortion, and it is quite nice. Yeah, I'm going to bring the volume back down. Okay, now let's go over to the sound and turn on the surround sound. The sound quality is a lot better. It's a little bit wider dynamic range. After all, it's supposed to mimic the sound of surround sound. It is really nice. Gonna see if I can increase the volume now. It is already starting to distort a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to distort quite a lot now. So not very enjoyable even at 83. So I'm gonna have to bring it back down. That's with the volume all the way up on the jam box Bluetooth speaker. So right around 40 to 50 is just about right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that menu key on the right top corner of the control keypad. That brings up some settings. So here we can change the picture mode. It is on cinema. We can change it to nature mode, or self-user mode, and vivid mode, and back to cinema. And we can change the color temperature to medium, warm, or user, or cool. And also we can change the aspect ratio from 16:9 to 4:3 to auto. We'll leave it at 16:9. And here we can change the noise reduction. It's set to middle. You can change it to high, default, off, low, or middle. And we can also change the projection direction. So here, in case you are hanging your projector upside down from the ceiling, or you are using a see-through display screen, so you can change it to inverted. So if you were to be projecting to a see-through screen and you're watching it from the opposite side, and you can also hang things upside down, so mounting it on a ceiling, and mounting it on a ceiling and reverse or invert it from right to left. Okay, and we can go ahead and change the balance, the volume, and the surround sound. And here in the settings option, we can change the OSD language, restore to factory default, or you can blend it. Right now it is on high, on blend, so you can change it to off where you don't see any video. You can do it low, medium, or middle, or high, so you can see what's going on while you're in the settings. And OSD duration you can change to 5, 10, and 15 seconds, or off. You can turn the blue screen on or off, and you can also update the software. And finally, on the right, you can choose the media input source, audio video, HDMI, HDMI 2, PC with the RGB port, and USB. Okay, now I'm going to depress that input selection key on the bottom left corner of the keypad. And here we can also change our input media source as well. Okay, so we're going to bring up the menu bar by hitting the upper arrow key. And if you hit the bottom arrow key, you can remove the menu bar. So here we can pause and play the video. We can fast rewind or fast forwind. I'm going to fast forwind first. 2x, 4x, 8x, 16x, and 32x, and hit it again to resume playing. We can fast rewind the same, 2x, 4x, 8x, 16x, 32x, and hit it again to play. We can check out the previous lineup of videos in your input media source. And we can go to the next video in your input media source. We can stop the video and restart. It'll give you a prompt saying resume play. If you hit yes, you will play where you left off from. And if you hit no, you will just continue to play from the start. And we can repeat none, or you can repeat just one video over and over, or you can repeat all of the videos in your input media source. And here we can set a start point A and B and just watch that loop over and over again. So I'm going to hit and set A and wait a little bit. And hit it again to set B, and it will play that from point A to point B over and over again. Hit it again, you will erase it. Next, you can check out your playlist on your media input source. I have 3 videos. And here you can choose which one you want to watch as well. and you can check out the info of each of the video. Okay, you can slow forwind as well. 2x, 4x, 8x, 16x, and back to normal play. And you can also step forwind, so every time you press the OK button, it will pause. So you can check out each frame, which is pretty cool. And also, when you get out, you have to replace where you were. You can zoom in, but it really doesn't work for me. It seems like it does not zoom in. Maybe my quality of the video is such that it's low quality, I can't zoom in, but I can zoom out. Hold on a second here. Let me pause. See, if I zoom in, I'm not really zooming in. Let me go ahead and zoom out. There you go, zoomed out to half the size, zoomed out to quarter of a size, and back to normal. And here we can go into the aspect ratio and change it to 4:3 or auto and 16:9. And this, I'm not sure what this is. I tried all kinds of different buttons and it does not work for me. So that's what it looks like on the menu bar. So I really like this projector because it is highly portable. It can be used on a flat table and can be adjusted via the adjustment screw. It can be used on a tripod, even on a small selfie tripod, since it doesn't weigh that much at just 2.3 pounds. It also comes with built-in stereo speakers that are good enough and loud enough, so you don't really have to add external speakers. But best of all, it is the total immersive feeling watching an FPV flight up close. Never have I felt this much immersive experience watching anything, even on my big screen TV or wearing my Headplay goggles for FPV or playback. I actually felt a bit queasy and I absolutely loved it. So I urge you to try this immersiveness experience for yourself and get yourself one of these projectors. So once again, this is an awesome projector for the price. And if you want to check it out for yourself, the link to purchase the projector is in the video description down below. So that will conclude this video of the DBPOWER L21 video projector. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day and we'll see you again next time.